Oh god, those church mice are so big.
This place is not fully labyrinthian, but it definitely has a lot of crosswalk and intersection to it. Unlike the streets of Paris, the sewer does not mimic this street structure. That's a fun fact. If you know your way around Paris on land, you know it by sewer as well. It's 1-to-1. They also send a big Indiana Jones-sized cleaning ball in the sewers to clean it, which is fun. Yeah, it's like a 20-foot radius like cleaning ball. It's pretty cool.
I don't know if I like that. I'm gonna look
The
up.
sewer shall be purged.
I know they changed it recently, but I don't think they will.
I hope they never do.
Yeah, that sounds hilarious.
19th century iron
Oh my
balls,
god.
Anyways, so yeah, you guys begin moving forward. What are you guys looking for? Obviously, you have the previous avenues discussed by Vaso and them, but is there anything else?
Followed up with this fucking thing. God damn it. All right.
I guess looking for those marks that Uranov was talking about, and I guess avoiding, if we can figure out what they're like indicating direction wise, avoiding where they go, because we're not looking for their safe house, we're looking for scratch marks.
Oh, I see. Okay, the marks, like the thieves' camp marks. Okay.
The thieves can't mark.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you meant the scratches. I'm like,
Yeah,
are we looking for those?
as well? But I thought I was like, does he mean this one or that one?
Right. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I just assumed scratch marks. Okay, gotcha. Roll me investigation, please.
Cool. Is anyone proficient with this?
Nope.
No,
This
I'm
is-
sorry.
Nah,
Gotcha.
You're the point man on investigation.
Mm-hmm.
but you got a jacked mod right now.
Oh, plus
Tres.
3.
So that makes 23.
Nice.
Gotcha. To anyone in the world that isn't a keen investigator, a bounty hunter, the sort of person that thrives in urban sprawl.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes.
Do I still have this or no?
No, you don't.
Nah, that's what I was checking a minute ago.
Only lasts 10 minutes.
So
And half of that 10 minutes would have been
swimming.
Travel.
just walking over here.
Alright,
So I
sorry, go
wanted to save it.
I just want to make sure you didn't die in the
To anyone else that's not an urban explorer, is a term we use in real life. Fun people, them. Do have a lot of homeless people. Such marks would be innocuous or utterly unknown, in the sense of the thieves' camp marks that Yurnov uses. You guys probably have seen them around your house, whether you realize it or not. Graffiti, they look like graffiti marks, but they're actually used by construction to indicate things. Important only, really, to a civil architect or surveyor. But to the common person, they blend into the environment. Morgan, you would have had a similar insight when Scoville was marking the pens of cattle, so to speak, in your hometown.
Mhm.
Innocuous. Everyday presence. That's what Yurnov's symbols look like. They are easily missed and can be quickly misconstrued as logical, quote-unquote, deduction would explain it to be something else. You pass those by, keeping away from where they lead. Some of them are singular. Some of them are the equivalencies of signposts, indicating multiple avenues of direction. You aren't familiar, unfortunately, with what they mean, lacking the knowledge of thieves' cant. But you get an idea. Certain symbols repeat frequently. As for the scratch marks, that one might be caught by the more common man, but what business does the common man have being down here aside from, I don't know, some sort of sewer cleaner, perhaps?
Big bowl.
You're big bull. Yurnov and his
Big old ball in the head.
affiliates have been down here aplenty, natives of the town, and even they never really noticed those marks. There aren't some Wolverine marks on the walls 2 inches in width at the widest point. No. They are rather subtle. Drag marks through shit. fingernail claw marks, ineffectual on stonework. Hell, you might misconstrue it as simply a rat taking off running, kicking its little paws into the stonework for the same effect. And that's only the ones that are visible. You guys are making an overt effort into cleaning off all the grime and built up moss and other excrement that's built up down here. But you can't imagine that there's nothing underneath all of it. There's probably at least one or two, maybe more, hidden. From what you guys do see, though, perhaps this is the more disconcerting part, there's not much conclusivity in where they stem from, aside from one thing, which I'll touch upon in a moment, but their destination is rather uniform. There are a couple of exceptions here and there, but much more so often than not, they lead back to the outlet. In a way, you're following a killer's trail. There is one exception, I said, for origin. With your general understanding of the town, its civil architecture, it's not a massive city by any means, but it's not a small town either. These do lead in the direction of the center of town. A lot of them. Disproportionately so. Not majority, but plurality seem to come from the center of town.
Where farmer's market would probably be held.
That's pretty good thinking.
Mm.
As in, it's coming from there or leading to there.
Coming from more often.
More often.
There is no signs of something being dragged out inward, only in and outward.
All right. So they start in the middle, move out,
Towards
pop out
the
of the
lake.
sewers towards the lake, near the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And one of you roll me a D100. You
who
want me to
hasn't
do
rolled
it?
yet? Yeah, Fred.
I have not.
No, you go.
Go, Fred. Go, Fred.
Fred. I did earlier by accident. Holy
No,
lady.
Fred. Why,
No,
Fred?
No!
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Plot roll. Let's go.
Intéressant.
Intéressant.
Okay, Lambert.
You guys are in the thick of things. The center of town certainly has more activity, which means more sewer usage and necessity.
I know.
You guys do find yourselves every now and again in larger chambers where waterways lead into, and then subsequently a larger waterway leading out of, and stuff like that. This is one such. Nothing springs out from this circular, quote-unquote, pond of muck in the middle. Just the stream of water. Well, you hope is water only.
We're gonna lie to ourselves and pretend that it just is.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just
But-
nice, clean water. I'm not going to drink it, but it's clean.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But nothing happens. There's no monster lurking down here screaming, "You found my lair." No, nothing so
You saw
dramatic
my
or
sewer
climactic. What do you guys do at this cross sewers?
We find nothing else.
What else do you guys
Got
look
a
for?
general direction for the scratch marks.
There are multiple manholes in the center chamber. Manholes that lead in here. No guards down here, funnily enough.
Go into town.
Well, there are a lot of manholes that lead into town.
And the scratch marks just kind of crisscross this area. They don't really go anywhere in particular.
Some
Come
of
from
them
anywhere.
get brought through here.
Mhm.
Some of them seem to have the most, how to say, kick up here. 23 investigation. This, if you were being brought into the sewer, this would be your first time in realizing you're being brought into it. It's where you'd have the most energy to fight back with.
Mhm.
That's not all the trails, but a good number.
Could we
A
try
lot
to
of
figure
scratch marks
where,
around here.
where like would it just be like the main entrance to this area is where someone would be brought down?
There are multiple manholes that lead into this chamber.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
So these scratch marks, these scuffs, these signs of struggle, do they go deeper in any one direction?
It definitely shows the direction of the outlet. So that would
Which
be
is-
west or north. Yeah, northwest.
They
Which
lead
is where we
back
entered from.
outside.
Correct. So you guys would be seeing the signs of struggle intensifying as you guys got closer and closer to the heart of town.
So hear me out. If the signs of struggle are strongest here, and the scratch marks lead out, it wasn't entering from the lake and bringing them here. It's more likely it was entering here, bringing it out to the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Which
That would
means-
track with where you found the bodies.
Bodies.
Well, remains.
Oh, wait.
The bones.
The people.
Oh, at the tree, right?
That would be east of town.
Yeah.
As opposed to west.
Opposite direction.
Correct.
Complete opposite.
Oh.
Correct.
I really don't know dick all about that tree.
Huh.
Yeah.
I feel like
You know,
that's not
it's
our
not-
main concern.
You know it's not
It
fake.
could be.
You know it's the only good spot in this fucking 2 mile, a few mile radius zone around town.
Could have correlation and stuff, but I have no push one way or the other to confirm or deny that.
Oh yeah.
What more are we hoping to find out here?
I don't think there is anything to find out here. All signs keep pointing to the lake, to the bridge.
Do you think there's some capability to set up traps or an ambush or something in case something tries to pull someone down here again?
I think the
Alcoves,
next person to
hideout,
get pulled
traps.
down here
Hmm.
would be one of us.
As you guys are having this discussion,
Nice music timing. Sorry.
can all of you roll me your investigation, please.
I can.
Site based?
Not for you, non-dark vision person.
Okey-doke.
A disadvantage, right?
Damn.
Or no dark vision.
That's ouch. Just I would say roll straight, because this one you're getting really up close on things. I would say initially it's advantage. The inverse of it.
Nice. Finally, an okay roll. Oh no.
Hey, speaking of 21.
Nice.
224s.
There we go.
Don't plus
No,
threes.
221s. Yeah.
Yeah, no guidance around here. Sorry, mates.
Yeah.
Yeah, just deal with the
Fresh
shit.
out of them.
I feel like
Oh,
this
well.
whole time, because we've rolled the same roll twice now, Anushka and Silas are just hanging out.
Yeah. We're just vibing at the back.
When we were first
Okay.
trying to stealth, you and I were being noisy as shit.
More just slaps you on the head. Stop it. Shh.
As you guys are looking around the place, discussing the potentialities of trapping or ambushing, putting in countermeasures and things of the sort, you guys aren't idle. You guys aren't just listening to the piss water run by you. No, you're active, at least in some general sense, as far as, being able to see down here. The manholes themselves do let in a bit of light because they do have holes in them, allowing runoff and things to enter them on particularly rainy days. So there is some general light from the town itself peeking down here. Anushka and Silas had a 21 for both of you. We'll combine the results on this. Anushka, as you guys are sort of looking around, you do spot something that is distinctly out of place in this. You spot what looks to be an unsmoked cigar.
Huh.
You're not exactly knowledgeable on the qualities of cigars, but looks good enough. Silas had an accompanying 21. You are a bit more knowledgeable on cigars. You're not a smoker yourself, but a lot of commodity and luxury passes through the Heartland, so you end up just sort of picking up things here and there. Call it a jack of all trades effect. It's not bougie, but it's high end for the middle class person, so to speak. You can't help but feel like you recognize it somewhere.
Who's been
Me.
smoking cigars in town?
Did the mayor smoke at all?
Yeah, I
He
feel like
did.
he was.
something.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah, you spoke him on.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
How
he was.
how fresh does it look?
Old. Very old.
Hmm.
The fact that it's still around is due to the preservation of a cigar. Dry. Utterly dry.
Oh, he's not a bloody shapeshifter, is he?
Would be that
He's not been like
surprised.
swapped out, and this is like the real one. It's the only thing that remains of the real mayor.
Imagine if he was an asshole that we have to come to terms with actually having to deal with him as a decent person.
I know.
The real
Oh,
mayor,
it's
that
totally
is. Yeah, I think once we both realize this, I imagine at the very least Silas is crouching near it, looks up at Anushka and says, I think this is what the mayor was smoking.
Roll me your perception.
Oh no.
With all this, or
The cigar is a shape changer.
Just Silas.
this house?
This is a upper middle class sort of cigar. That wasn't what's in the mayor's office.
Oh.
The mayor was rather, how to say, excessive.
Ah.
Proving of finery.
Mhm.
High end. Even in his cigars. You think about it, it's like, no, that can't be the mayor's. It would have more gold banding across it, more pedigree to the makers of it. No. No. You just can't help but feel like you've seen it somewhere, though. Sometime recently.
Oh god.
I'm trying so hard to remember.
I know.
Oh, man,
too.
If only you were able to
Bumped into.
pull
Oh, wait a
memories
second.
from like other
Was-
people. Like
Question,
through
what
words,
was-
like,
Hey guys,
It's almost
Svenja's
like I was
father.
like giving it a second for my memory to kick in. Get off my dick, bro.
Was Svenja's father smoking in the wedding picture? Because it's basically a lot off Columbo, and I think Columbo smoked cigars, didn't he?
No!
Smoking it? No, it was unlit.
No!
Just like
Is this
this one.
No!
I
Oh,
love being
no.
confused sometimes. Oh.
No!
Oh.
Is it?
It is rather similar
That's
to
why
it.
only
This
you
is
could roll.
long since dilapidated,
Oh.
but it does seem to be the same make. You can even make out the trademark on the cigar from its maker. The Hellion Co. cigars.
Hellion Co.
I think Silas's face like falls as they realize.
Yeah, I just just gonna have to the photograph, did she?
No.
She has no idea who this is.
Only Silas saw those.
Yeah. Are you alright? Are you alright, Silas? You recognize it?
This is the same kind of cigar that Svenja's dad was holding in a wedding photo I saw in the confectionary's attic. I think Silas's shoulders like droop quite a bit.
Yeah, she'll kind of like put her hand on like Silas's shoulder and like give it like a kind of I don't know,
Can
soothing
you
rub, I
make
guess.
me a wisdom save, please, Silas?
Yeah.
Oh no!
So, about the
Hey! Are you within 15 feet?
No, this room is far too big. If you guys are trying to cover ground.
Oh,
let's see.
Hold that
Silas
out.
is about to die.
No, they're just gonna have trauma, right? It'll just be sad. That's all that'll happen.
Right.
Silas, as before or
It's a whole person
as
check.
this thought takes hold on you, your mind begins running through the counters to it. Logic. That portrait was before Svenja was even born. At least the better part of a decade ago. This thing might be well preserved, but how can it have survived to this day? Sure, it was covered in its own little protective sheave, if you want to call it that, of random debris. But still, that's a long time ago. And it's not like he's the only person that could have smoked these cigars, right? It's a company that sells these. He didn't make them himself. Right? Until you know conclusively, you have disadvantage on investigation checks as paranoia mounts in you. Doubt, counter, rationale, blinding yourself not to the truth or away from the truth, but by anything in between.
Okay, so disadvantage on investigation checks. As paranoia sets in.
Until you find conclusive evidence.
On.
This is or is not related to Svenja's father. There's so many things that can come into play with it.
I think Silas, saying that would be like, well, I mean, the brand is... No, because the brand isn't... It's not bottom tier, and it's not top tier. It's nice.
What are you talking about over there?
Oh,
Just
come over here.
Yeah, this is not quiet.
Yeah, I know.
So
Silas picks up the cigar very carefully. We found an unsmoked... It was unsmoked, right? Like, it's...
unsmoked,
we came here...
unclipped.
If it weren't so old, it'd be a pristine cigar.
Okay.
It's the same brand as one that I saw in Henrietta's wedding photo, but I mean...
It was over a decade ago.
I mean, listen, he's not the only one in town who had those, surely. They wouldn't source an entire brand just for him.
Right.
Could have been anyone's.
That is true, but it is...
It's something to consider. And I think Silas will put it in her pocket.
Is Alexander's family a family of smokers? Fine smokers?
Burning cigars, but yeah, I imagine his father and definitely his uncle. Fucking general smoke pipes.
Okay, then its pipes are different from cigars, but roll me a background information at disadvantage. We'll see.
Okay.
Nat 20. Twice.
It'll be a 20 and a 1.
Not a
Pretty
nat 20,
good.
not a 1.
Pretty good. Pretty good. The Hellion Company went under 7 years ago. They did produce tobacco for pipes.
Mhm.
And your uncle in particular is quite fond of it. It was better, cleaner burn, but wasn't as the leftover smokiness of it wasn't as imposing. So he was definitely amongst his favorite. You remember because he complained when the company went under.
How long ago was it?
7 years ago.
7 years. He kind of like tilts his head to cranes his neck to see the brand as they're putting it away. He says, "Is that Hellion Co?"
Sure is.
Oh, glad.
You guys ever seen the fuck, what are they called in Bioshock Infinite? The plasma. Did you just call them plasmid still?
Yeah, it's plasmid.
Yeah. The fire, the devil plasmid.
Yeah.
It's like that devilish sort of like cartoony sort of face is like the brand, the logo for the Hellion Co.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. He says, Hellion Co went on about maybe 7, 8 years back. Remember it clearly. General Astor was quite irate at the time. By all accounts.
Right. How
Interesting.
long has it been down here?
Certainly more than 7 years, I'd wager.
Mm-hmm.
That fits in the better part of a decade. So, good fit. It's below a decade.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
It's below a decade, the better part of a decade, so a majority of time. So 6 and above. 6 to 9.
So if it went down 7 years, then yeah, that's within reason.
So
Something to consider. Might be a clue, might not. Good find.
actually no. What's your guys' passive perception?
Let me find out.
20.
20.
Passive.
Auditory based.
20.
Oh,
Look at that man with his 12. Poor Sajar.
You know,
To everyone but Sajar, I guess. You guys do
No
begin hearing the
proficiency.
rattling of armor.
Uh-oh.
Down here.
Scar!
Scatter!
Not, it is
Grab the
down
water.
here. The rattling of the armor is sort of bouncing acoustically off the many quote-unquote hallways, sewerways down here. It's coming off to your guys' north, what you speculate is north at the very least.
Right.
It's followed by the sounds of conversation, or accompanied with the sounds of conversation. Complaints of the smell,
Mhm.
and complaints of the complainer.
Mhm.
A bro, shut the fuck up sort of way.
Sounds like local guards.
Probably.
Do they sound like shape changers? No, I'm kidding.
The voice of garble.
Roll me your divine sense.
But if I insight it really good, no, I'm kidding. We should probably get out of here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, roll insight.
Did they pass the vibe check?
Yeah, they're vibing.
The doobie
Straight up
vibing.
vibing.
Damn. Nice.
Mhm.
Good for them. You know what? Live
I
the
just
best
have a
life.
vision of Silas polymorphing himself into a rat
Oh god.
to
With a
hide.
cigar in their
but
mouth. Okay, what do we want to do? Do you want to just
Get out of here?
leave? Just leave. Okay. Don't want to do any more investigation. Don't want to try to like hide.
I don't
and-
think there's. I mean, we already rolled our investigations. We already got what we got. I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything else to extrapolate here.
Yeah. I'd rather not get caught down here when we've already been banned, you know?
I will
Yeah.
say one other
They don't
thing
need
that
more
might
reason.
ping with you guys.
Okay.
There is no blood. Signs, trails, dried, fresh. Nothing.
They're never injured, but they're taken away.
yeah, I'm gonna say to be fair, if they're
Or
just
they're
being
sanguinated.
dragged, there might not be.
I mean, there's a chance of them like losing like a fingernail or something.
Yeah, well, if they're fighting back, there would be. Well, might be still.
Follow a whole trail of scratch marks here. We would have found something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's a strange thing that of guards coming down here. If they come down here routinely, wouldn't they also see those marks?
Yeah. Stands to reason.
Blind eye or
I mean, I'm feeling like it's probably this similar logic to, you know, when I can't remember the life of me, but the guy that's can remember what's happening, and nobody else is believing him.
Are we musing as we're
No idea what you
leaving?
mean.
I'm assuming.
yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah, we have a way out that doesn't. I didn't hear where they were coming from.
The north.
North, right?
North.
Actually, making noise in the echoey, only noise down here is us or them kind of area. We might want to save it for a minute.
hmm
You also have pass without trace, so it's not like they could track us.
Yeah. I don't think it covers sound though, but at least cover tracks.
Can all of you guys roll me your stealth if you guys are beginning to leave?
Mhm.
That or you
Yes,
guys
you
can blitz out, I guess.
Fucking run!
Yeah.
we hear the clanking, and all of a sudden they hear from like 2 rooms away.
Okay.
Fucking run!
28, 13, 24, 19.
Nice.
You know
My
what?
pass that trace wouldn't be active right now, would it? It would have stopped. So it's-
How long's it?
Given that you guys have been sneaking through the place and you guys would have miles to cover, yeah.
Oh no, yeah, because conjured up to an hour. I feel like we've probably been here for more than an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that regard, Violence proficiency boost would also be gone.
I gotcha.
Because it only lasts 10 minutes.
Okay. I've
Almost
got
out of
one
dice.
more. I've got one more hit
You said
of
an
the past that
hour
trace.
earlier.
Did I say an hour?
I think you did.
Well, regardless,
Pass without trace. Only
that's
lasts
how
an
that
hour.
trace lasts an hour.
Yeah. I've got one more use of pass that trace. Do you want to use it now or later?
This roll's pretty good.
I think we have a good enough score now versus
Okay.
those guys. Hopefully against whatever else might be down
Mhm.
here. I'd rather
Plus,
we possibly have that for
we
getting
are-
through Forest.
We are escaping rather than sneaking into a place. I don't
Yeah.
think
We're on our way out, so if we get caught, we'll just have to try and lose them.
Yeah,
Is
just book it.
that-
Which isn't
Okay.
ideal, but it's better
Oh, that
than
wasn't- it's yours.
being barred
Yeah, okay.
from entering.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
the
it is fine.
Divided by 5 is 20.
Oh, damn it.
Flat. What?
Interesting.
Oh no.
We have to roll a 21.
It rolled a 21!
Oh
Nope.
no.
Oh,
I've been shot. You know what? I'm gonna
Oh.
use my birthday to make that a 1.
Okay, okay. Thank you. They can't have a
Nice.
nat 20 on us.
You bumbling buffoon.
Actually, here, do you want me to use it? Because I've got mine renewed like next month. So
Oh, true.
Oh yeah. If you have
yeah, yeah, I do. I do.
Our
I've only got
bumbling
one
buffoon
good
comrade.
Predator's Insight left.
Resource management.
Yeah, I've only got Predator's Insight left now.
Hopefully you won't need anything later.
Let's hope.
You guys make your quiet escape, undetected by the guards. You guys exit back out the outlet to the lakeshore. Can all of you roll me? Actually, no. Alessandra's a point man. Alessandra, roll me your investigation once more.
I got
So maybe you might catch something you didn't on the way out.
Alright, let me just feel for it. Feel for it. Where is it? There's the good roll. There it is. Nope.
You overextended, bro. You overextended. You went one drawer too low.
You felt it, and then you blinked, and you went somewhere else.
Roll one more time because you have dark. Dark vision. Is dark vision an hour or 8? It's 8, right?
8.
8 hours.
Okay, yeah. Roll one more time. You have advantage.
Please.
Holy
Yay!
Woo!
Yo!
3 to 20.
That's just a natural 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
Indeed, it is.
27.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we'll
Let me check something real fast.
We'll just sit here twiddling our thumbs.
What your way of seeing?
Bombastic side eye.
I see. Alessander, as you guys are walking back, you taking point, you find a watch.
Yoink.
Mine.
It is barely visible, peeking out through a pile of excrement.
Oh.
It does not tick. It does not go. Defunct it is.
I will take that. There are higher things at stake than having clean hands. Pocket watch, Jason?
Nope, a wristwatch, which is a rare thing, truly.
Hold it up towards Silas. Familiar?
I look at it. I examine it.
Vegetation.
Familiar.
Hey, roll me your perception.
I can do that.
Do you want
I feel like you should do it at disadvantage. I said investigation earlier. Which
Oh, come on, but I got a 23.
roll one more time.
I believe in you.
Okay, I got a 20.
Familiar, it looks.
Familiar. it looks.
Mm.
I think Silas's
would
brows
like
will
that.
furrow. They'll narrow their eyes a little bit and like just offer to take it from you to look at it. Do you hand
Status
it over?
gained. Shit hand.
Blech.
Better than piss hands. That was a status on my Wednesday game.
Yeah,
You can, like,
I
you
don't
can
know,
clean it. You
Crash.
can clean it.
I feel like I'd rather have piss hands, because then hopefully your hands aren't gonna fucking stink.
Nice Sun superstition. Thank you. Do or do not. There isn't a try. Sun Tzu Art of War.
More like short of
Oh my
war.
god.
Yeah, it does look familiar, Silas.
Yeah, I think Silas will take